Want to tap in, man, with my bros, man. My main man, my big bro, Mr. Coach Ed Gladney, and my man, my bro, Man-Cave, man, from the Man-Cave Podcast, aka S God, man. What's good with y'all, man? How y'all feeling tonight?
Oh man, we feeling good on a Friday night, man. You know what I'm saying? Talking some hoops.
You
Yeah,
already
I'm
know.
good, man. I'm definitely good. So I'm just sitting here looking at this statue thing they got for Kobe and Gigi.
Yeah, I just saw that too.
Yeah, I just saw it. I didn't know they was doing that. I
Actually,
was
he
like,
gonna get
oh,
three of them. He gonna get three of them. I mean, that's the
hmm.
second. They got another one coming out
Yeah,
next
they
year.
they already rolled one out. I think that's like you said, Man-Cave. They're gonna do three, so they
Right, that was
already
the
did
second one.
one. It's the
Right.
second one, and they are trying to honor Kobe, respectfully, of course. Kobe
Hmm.
was, you know, my favorite player. If I have a favorite player, it's Kobe Bryant. Just from his makeup and how he played the game of basketball. I always admired that. You know what I mean? I don't look up to players or idolize athletes, but Kobe was a little different. Like I really respected him and respected how he played the game.
Hmm.
Jordan was different because Jordan was he was good and you had to acknowledge that. But if you're not a Bulls fan, like how would you like grew up a Jordan fan? Because he was killing all the teams in the East.
Hmm.
Like if you're a Nets fan, a Knicks fan, a Pacers fan, a Miami Heat fan, he was killing all those teams. A Utah Jazz fan.
You forgot the most important, the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? So he was killing all those teams, and I don't see how you would have grown up to be a Michael Jordan fan unless you were a fan of the Chicago Bulls. So I always my favorite player was always Kobe, not Michael Jordan. But Michael Jordan, I will admit is the best player. It's not LeBron. Sorry, I don't want to trigger nobody, but but let's get into the Olympics. Let's get into basketball, man. And so Team USA obviously 2-0 in group play with the 103-86 win over South Sudan.
Hmm.
Serbia had a 106-66 win over Puerto Rico yesterday. So now in group play, the United
Hmm.
States is with Serbia, South Sudan, and Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, who they play, is it tomorrow?
No, yeah, they play
No,
Puerto Rico tomorrow.
Yeah, they play
yeah, they
Puerto
play
Rico
tomorrow and the
tomorrow.
women play Sunday there.
Right. So they play Puerto Rico tomorrow. So they are in the group play with Group C with South Sudan, Serbia, and Puerto Rico. Now, my question is, because the United States has looked like the dominant team so far in this group play, who is the biggest threat to the U.S.?
I always say, to me, I always say it's Canada. I don't
Canada?
see, yeah, I don't
But
see
why? But why?
because they got lot of NBA players on that Canada squad, man. Like I said, you got Barrett, you got Shea Gilgeous, who was an MVP candidate. I mean, Dylan Brooks, Jamal Murray, what's that? Luke and Dortz. They got him, Olenek, yeah, Kelly Olenek and stuff like that. But yeah, I think that'd be like the biggest challenge is them because of the backcourt. Because when you play in the Olympics, it's almost to me it's almost like March Madness tournament. Come down to guard play too. You got really good guard play and stuff like that. You're gonna win some games.
Agreed. Agreed. Alex, what's good with you, man? Appreciate you tapping in, bro. Coach,
Good,
what's your
Alex.
thoughts though, man? who do you see as the biggest threat to the U.S. right now in
It's
Olympic play?
either
Just on the men's side,
Germany or Canada.
Germany or Canada. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Why Germany? Because I know Man-Cave was talking about Canada.
Some of the same things in terms of NBA talent. They do play physically with the Wagner brothers, with Trice. I mean, that seems to at times give them the United States some problem. You have what's his name, who does seem Dennis Schroeder, who he seems like an elite player for Germany, just not in the NBA, but out there in international play, he has that level mastered. So and they do a good job in the pick and roll. So and they do play defense too. So they're very familiar with each other, and so but I mean, yes, during the prelims, they United States got it with a 1 point win over them. So we'll see. When we play head to head, Canada in the prelims, we totally destroyed them, but it's the prelims, so.
Yeah, I think it's France. And the reason I think it's France is because, look, everybody's putting Wnba out there to be the next greatest star player to come, behind LeBron, Pauls, or whatever. And, you got Gobert, who's on the team, correct? And he has something to prove as well. People talk
Right.
shit about Rudy Gobert all the time. So, and I just think that team is going to be the more focused team to try to beat the U.S. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying as far as a threat, I think they're the biggest threat because of the dynamics of who people think is going to be one of the great players to come in the game, which is Wnba.
They lost today though to Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool, man.
But
They'll take that one on the chin. But
yeah, I'm trying to see because you only take the top two from each group, and then the next two. The next two, so I'm trying to see where the standings are.
That's only one loss, though.
That's what I'm trying to double check to make sure France doesn't have any other losses.
I don't think they do. Yeah. They don't.
He's just saying they don't.
Nah, they don't. I looked at it earlier, but I'll double check.
Yeah.
Okay. If they only have one loss, then yeah.
France is 2-1.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then that's fine. Yeah, you're right. So, but then it becomes a matter of seeding then. So if they have that one loss, and I think they're in the same group as
Germany.
So so then it becomes a matter of seeding. So so you may end up in the first round going up against United States right off the bat.
All right.
It could be. So, I mean, and then we'll see. We'll see how I roll then. You know what I'm saying? Because then we're gonna see the test for France. Now, like I said, I'm not picking France to win it. I'm just saying I think they can give the US a test. I mean, because look, Germany, yeah, they probably have more experience. But France, I mean, like I said, it's the Wnba factor. If you got LeBron on the US, right? And if Wnba's supposed to be the next LeBron or LeBron type player, which I mean he's very talented. I don't know how people see him per se. I don't feel like he's a transformation. I mean he is, but I don't know if he's gonna extend to that level. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta see because his frame and the way he plays, you know what I'm saying? We just got to see how that plays out. But look, if he's that guy, You know, you're gonna have to prove it in the Olympics. You know, and I want to see what he can do. So and it's gonna be best for him to do that against the United States because those are the players that's in the NBA that he's gonna be competing against. So maybe it's just more of a Wemby thing. You know what I mean? But I do think that Gobert has something to prove too. Because I mean he gets shitted on a lot. Pause.
All right.
Yeah, man. But what's good, Anthony? What's good, man? Appreciate you tapping in. I know I got a late start, but we're gonna talk some hoops, man. We're gonna talk some hoops. Who do you guys think is talking about the US now? Who do you guys think is the MVP so far on the team?
Mm, I mean, I guess so far it would probably be LeBron right now. But like I said, he's still got some more games to play and stuff like that. But for right now, probably be LeBron.
What you think, Coach?
But Durant had that first game though. It's like
Mm-hmm.
it was unreal. That was really unreal, that first game. But I mean, yeah, LeBron though he's controlling everything. So I mean, I can't disagree with that. So so I mean, you can go LeBron, but KD probably is right there too. So but he's just a scorer. That's really all he is. So LeBron is doing assists. He's taking control. He's playing defense. Especially at an advanced age. So
Now, I agree with you guys. Especially with LeBron, Katie. I don't. Nah, but
I know.
I'm just look. He had a good first game, like Coach said. Good game, man. Good game. But I mean,
technically they didn't use him that way. That's why.
yeah, and that's kind of what I wanted to get into next. They're using these players in different lineups, and a lot of people been talking about, oh, they didn't play Embiid and they didn't play Tatum and yada yada yada, but it's a basketball team.
Mm-hmm.
It's a roster. This is not something to where you have all these minutes to disperse against 12 people. You know what I mean? You have to develop a lineup because these international players, they have different skill sets on their teams. You're going up against different lineups and different skill sets. And again, I want to emphasize the fact that the United States players haven't played together,
Right.
Prior to this Olympics. So that's why people are bugging out because they're doing these different lineups or whatever. But now, Embiid didn't play this game, and Tatum, I think Tatum set out the first game?
Right. Tatum and Halliburton, I think.
But who's played every game?
Right.
That's
another thing I look at too. Like how is Steve Kerr doing this? Is he going to be playing guys because of like game situations and matchups? You know what I'm saying? I don't. So you just never know.
Anthony says, I don't blame Victor. I blame the hype around him coming out of his draft. If he doesn't perform all the way up to that superstar potential, these analysts will be saying he is, then he's a bust. Yeah, I mean, it is. Media driven is detrimental to a lot of these athletes. But again, some benefit from it, some don't. You gotta go out there and do your thing on the court, of course. But I think Wnba will be fine. What I'm afraid of with a lot of these athletes is, and I don't know maybe it's the way they play the game nowadays, but they always seem to be hurt, or maybe they just manage their injuries different. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe back in the day, people were just like playing through like broken bones and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They just went out there and didn't care. And then like these athletes today, they're like being advised, like, no, you got a cramp, don't go back out there, you're out for the game. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I question too. You know, it's a health thing. It's just a health thing. I'm always question the health. I don't question Wembanyama's talent. I
Yeah.
think he does have the talent. I mean, the dude can pretty much like finger roll from the free throw line, like George Gervin style. Like it's not even. It's crazy, and
Yeah,
he doesn't
man.
even have to try.
Yeah. I mean, plus the guy, he's only 18 years old, 19, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Do put up 21.6 points
Blaze,
and
what's
10
good
rebounds a
with you?
game.
What's good with you, Blaze? Shout out to Blaze. Shout out to Tudo. What's good, man? Appreciate you tapping in. Blaze. Appreciate everybody in the chat. You know, we got a little light Friday basketball chat, man. Y'all pull up, man. I know, you know,
Mhm.
people got priorities. It's summertime. Everybody at the beach, chilling, relaxing, man. But you know, you got your earbuds in, man. Tap in, man. Listen to the BlackTop Podcast, man, with me, NYG Double Deuce, TheMan-Cave, and Coach Ed, man. We talking hoops, man. And put your comments in the chat. Man, and we'll read your comments. We can start conversations off that as well. So you are part of the show. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. But go ahead.
Shit, I'm about to say he's gonna love Coach. Coach gonna love that next comment by Tudo. The Rutgers. That's for Coach.
Me and the Scarlet Knights, Coach Ed and the Scarlet Knights legends. Me and another cat here are grads from Rutgers. Much love and respects, Coach Ed.
Respect, yeah. Jersey pride, Jersey strong.
Mm-hmm.
Most love, man. Nick, what's
Nick?
good with you, Nick? Appreciate you tapping in, man. Appreciate you supporting the show. Thank you very much. But what else is on you guys' mind, man, as far as the Olympics basketball is concerned? Coach, I know you've been tapped into the women, man. Talk a little bit about the women and what's been going on with the ladies. I know they are 2-0. If I'm correct. They are 2-0. So tell me, what's the vibe with the women, man? Because I know you're always tapped into that, and we definitely appreciate you and love you for that.
Right now, the United States is tied with Germany in Group C at 2-0. So and that's who they're going to be playing next on, I believe, Sunday. So this will be for first place in Group C. But they're pretty much the top team. I mean, even though there's other groupings, you got Serbia and Spain at 2-0, and then in Group A, and in Group B, you got France at 2-0. Now France is probably going to be a tough team. Germany definitely is going to be a tough team, you know. But right now they're also dealing with some injuries. I know Naira Sabli, I think she's still out with an injury, so I need her back for the Liberty. Yeah, I mean. I understand. Right. I love, you know, I got love for Germany. You know, I got love for Deutschland, but you know what? Not against the United States. So, but far and away, right now, the United States is pretty much the top team in all of women's basketball. Now, Belgium did give them a go the other day. When was it? Yesterday.
Yeah.
It was a tough go, but the United States, with their depth, that's another thing about the United States. They have great depth, and these women all understand their role, and they bought in completely. And you also have Brianna and Asia, who basically are saying it. You know, you go this time, I'll go this time, and they play. It's not just iso ball. They play fundamentally sound. They move, they cut, they pass. So it's a beautiful thing if you sit back and you watch them. But you know the way they play, the way they move against Belgium, we're watching that game. Belgium is physical, man. Extremely physical. They have size, and the refs weren't calling a lot of fouls. It just seemed like every time, especially going into the paint, Belgium was always, slapping down, hitting arms, whatever the case may be. When Brittany Griner was in there, Belgium was forced to double team, which also opened up players on the backside. So, and the United States is smart like that. I mean, you'll give them a test initially, but they're going to find out, how to attack you, and they have scores all over the place. So. I mean, and then and also the other thing is the rules of the Olympics, because they also include point differential. So you're going to see teams, even if they're up big, if they're up say 20 points, they're still trying to score more points.
Right.
Even if it's like 10 seconds left in the game, normally we say, hold out, don't worry about it. They got to put that point differential up. So, and it happened yesterday with because I said it was Sabrina. I'm like, why is she shooting? And then I remember, oh yeah, it's a point differential.
Yeah.
She hit a deep three where, she didn't need to, but because of the point differential, she has to do what she's supposed to do. So, but the United States overall looks very good in group play. And like I said, this weekend, I think it's Sunday, they play Germany. So that's going to be a big game right there. So.
Yeah.
Shout out to Neymar. Shout out to Philly halftime. Appreciate you tapping in, bro. Appreciate you.
See you tomorrow, bro.
Appreciate you guys, man, for joining in on the convo. But yeah, like I said, I'm very confident in the women. I'm very confident in the women. Now,
right.
The men.
He said there's a chance they could get upset. There's a chance, or they could get right to the nail. It could be a nail biter.
I feel like there's some slippage there. You know what I'm saying? But with the women, I don't worry about it much at all.
Look, I'll put it to you like this. I put it: the women are 99% 99% sure of winning the title, and the men are about 97 and a half. And that's where I see it.
I put it lower than that. I think the men is about 80, 85-ish, somewhere in that area.
Well, I stand by what I said right there, but I also take it even further. I'm more confident in us winning both men and women in the full court, and we getting swept in the 3-on-3. That's how. And it's so much of a contrast between the two types of basketball. And the 3-on-3 is not even like playing with the, like we're used to the big three. But it's not even like that, because with the 3-on-3, literally, once the ball goes in the basket, the other team grabs the basket and they're trying to kick it back, and you got a 12-second shot clock. And it's hard to really get into it, because it just seems so helter skelter. It seems more like pickup street ball than it's basketball. So
yeah,
so,
I think I might be good at that, man. A little street ball, you know what I'm saying, pause, man. But like, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Just watch it, bro. It's just street ball with a 12-second shot clock. Just remember that.
12 seconds, yeah.
12 seconds, bro. That's the whole team. It's like, damn. By the time you get the ball out of the net, kick it back up to the top, literally, or if you bring the ball up, you've wasted anywhere from 2 to 3 seconds.
Well, that tells you one thing: you can't have a player who holds the ball then, because it's going to make you keep passing the ball around. That's what the concept is. That's what it's for. That's
why James Harden, Russell Westbrook. That's why all these guys ain't playing in the tournament, man. That's why. That's why, man. But
yeah, but I was looking at the men's side for the Olympics, is because some of these guys are injured or something like that. I don't know how Steve Kerr's doing that thing. I think that's what it is. If these guys were fully healthy and Steve Kerr had like a lineup where he was just like rolling these guys out consistently and benching some of these guys. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but something just a little bit off or something like that. And it could be because of things like that, but I think I'd have more of a higher like NYG said. I'd probably have to be 100%, but with that going on, injuries is always part of the game and stuff like that. And one of these teams could creep up and beat the US. You know what I'm saying? So I'll go with like an 80-some% like that. But if these guys was fully healthy, I'd go with 100%. But something ain't, you know.
Let's talk a little bit about appreciate Neymar. Appreciate your comment in the chat. I did not hear about Kerr's comments about Jason Tatum. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're referring to, but you gave me an idea about a question that I wanted to ask. So Steve Kerr, obviously coaching the U.S. basketball team, obviously a how many titles he got with Golden State? Is it 4?
I want to say it's 4. I think it is.
I think it's 4, right? Because they just won another one. They had 3, I think, and then they two-peated and then won the Durant one, and then they won this recent one like a couple years ago. I think it's 4, but anyway. So where does Steve Kerr rank as an all-time great coach? I mean, we got Red Owl back, we got Phil Jackson. You got some coaches up there, man. You got some coaches up there. I mean, is he top 5, top 10? Where would you guys put Steve Kerr as an all-time great coach in basketball?
Me personally, I just felt like he was gifted that team like that. So, I mean, he won the championships, but he was gifted a great team. So, I mean, I can't, put him like one of the all-time greats because if he was with that team when they started from the bottom, then I could see, the growth and all that stuff. But I mean, you got Clay, Steph, Draymond, whoever the other guys they had on their team at the height of their thing. So I don't think he's one of the all-time greats. He's a good coach, but I don't think he's one of the all-time greats. Because like I said, you put him on a bad team, guess what? That's what he's going to be. And you saw that year when Clay and them guys was out and Steph was out. You saw how they coached, but yeah, because they was decimated. But that's how he would coach it. And you know what I'm saying? If this team was like that, you know what I'm saying? I didn't see him like raise the level of play for them guys compared to like when Kenny Atkinson had the Nets players. You know what I'm saying? That young Nets team. He raised those guys' level of play and playing with each other. And but Steve Kerr, when his team was down, they just stayed down.
Now that's an unpopular opinion. That's what I'm talking about, Cave.
Right.
Let's go. Y'all hit that goddamn like button. Coach. How you feel about Steve Kerr, man? Is he an all-time great? And if so, where would you rank him?
Look, I get what Cave is saying, but if you look at all the all-time greats, they all have great players. Every last one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So they have Hall of Famers. So you can't be an all-time great coach without talent, without the players there. So I get what he's saying as far as beginning to walk into the situation, with those great players. But Auerbach, look what he did with the Celtics. Riley, Riley did it with 2 teams. Think about it, the Lakers, and he took over a young Laker team, and his first year went to the championship. And then look what he did down in Miami. Now you can argue he constructed that team, and he turned it over to Spoelstra, but he was still the coach there. And even with the Knicks, look what he did with the Knicks, and when he came into New York. So the point being is, the Zen Master, what he did with Chicago, Chuck Daly with Detroit, so it's.
What about old Don Nelson? And he got like one of the most, some of the all-time win.
Yeah, Don Nelson.
But Don Nelson doesn't have a championship as a coach.
He doesn't. I know.
He doesn't. He coached some great Milwaukee Bucks team and stuff like that.
Some teams.
And then another thing with Steve Kerr is like Steve Kerr had an opportunity to coach the Knicks. I guess it was between the Knicks and the Warriors, and he chose the Warriors. He took the easier situation. I mean, the Knicks were fire.
I thought it was more of he just looked at the talent and said I was.
No, that's why. That's right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So, and as a competitor, you want to win. I mean, let's be honest with you. Let's be honest. You want to win. So, not everyone is going to take a team unless you're brand new, and he was a first time coach, but he had a little cachet from, his broadcasting. So,
what's good?
So it's where would I put him? Because Jack Ramsey with Portland, but he only has one championship.
Greg Popovich, can't forget about Pop.
See, my top five, it's gonna be
Auerbach in there.
Auerbach. You're gonna have what's his name? Chicago's coach. Damn, why am I?
You talking about Phil Jackson?
Yeah.
Damn,
they fucking teeing off on him.
Oh my God, he's one of the Yankees, and yeah, Popovich is up in there.
Yeah, no, that's Popovich. What I'm saying. It's you got those three. Riley, Chuck. I'm Chuck Daly. I have to put him up in there.
Chuck Daly was a good coach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's like when you Billy Cunningham with the Sixers, he was very underrated, and he was just in an era where he got caught up with the Lakers and the Celtics.
What about what Nick says here? Spoelstra?
This is over Kerr. He said it takes Eric Spoelstra. He said you want to take him over. Which one would you take?
He got 2 chips.
Yes, 2 or 3.
I think he got 2 with the Miami.
2 with the LeBron.
Why did he get?
I think
he got 3.
He has
3.
Yeah, he got 3.
Who else did he get a chip with?
No, just with Miami. He got 3 with Miami.
He's only been with Miami. He hasn't been with any other organization. He started in the film room.
Because LeBron and them had 2 chips with them, and then Shaq and Dwayne Wade had another one.
He wasn't coaching that team.
Was Shaq and Dwayne Wade?
No, that was Riley.
Riley coached that team.
Okay, so he might have 2.
He has 2.
So wait a minute, he has 2. Okay, so and Kerr has 4.
Mm-hmm.
And to be brutally honest with you, Spoelstra did have the better team in terms of overall talent. D Wade, LeBron, and Bosh. Udonis Haslem. He wasn't no slouch at that time.
Me personally,
the Durant team though, the Durant team trumps that. But yeah, the other teams, I give you.
I'm gonna tell you this: if I had a choice, I'm definitely taking Spoelstra over Kerr.
I disagree with you that Golden State team with KD, because if you say KD and LeBron wash each other out, D Wade and Kerr wash each other out, I'm taking Bosh over Draymond anytime. Even over Clay. Bosh, remember when Bosh was at Toronto? He was a beast. He suppressed what he really was for the betterment of the team.
Only reason you have an argument is because I forgot one key piece to that Miami team, and that's Ray Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But see, I'm not even looking at the championship squads. I'm looking at how a coach coaches without that type of talent, and Miami is a respected team with Spoelstra coaching that team.
That's true.
Without talent. And people, they play hard. They play what you call it. You know what I'm saying? But no, that's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? But everybody else's opinion might be different.
That's fair. That's fair. That's a great point. That's a very good point.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just that where do you? If I'm going to put him, pardon me, I have to put him in the top 10 though. Kerr.
Oh yeah, he got 4 chips. So yeah.
That's something that you can't. if you want to argue Spoelstra, now is it about the chips or is it about the impact to the game and what he's done? Spoelstra has done it at a longer clip than Kerr. So but Kerr has just he did get those 4 chips. I mean, it's something that you can't. So it's just a matter of
Spoelstra
where.
did take like a Jimmy Butler team to the final. I mean, like we can't
Right.
that team was not. I mean, they were what a
I
eight,
think,
seven seed.
yeah, something like
No,
that. There was like
I
a
thought they
6 seed,
were.
I think, when they went.
No, I thought they were an 8 seed. They got into the play-in.
They was
No,
a eighth
no, no.
seed
Somebody get to the finals when they got to the
when they
finals.
got to
Yeah,
the
they
finals.
probably, what they were a play-in and they got to the finals. They were a play-in,
Yeah, they
But
were
I
a
thought they was
playing
a
team.
seventh seed
so
though.
they were a play-in. So
No,
they was like a
Maybe they
9
were
or
the
10.
7th seed. I mean, I just
I don't
remember they
know.
were the
Yeah,
playing.
yeah.
I just
They
remember
was
they
a
were in the
7 for
playing.
AFC. Yeah, 7 for
Yeah,
AFC.
So if it is a play-in, then it's like what? It's
7 for
that.
AFC.
I think it's like 10
7,
or 9, 10 or 9.
7, 8, 9, and 10 are the
They
Yeah,
playing.
were
but
they
you
were like
get
9 or
in the
10.
tournament as a
Right,
7 for AFC to play the
They
next
they
round.
beat right.
And no,
So they were
remember
playing.
they lost in the first part, and then they had to win to get. And that's
So
why I
they
said
was
they
an
were the
8
8.
seed.
They may have been
Okay.
originally 7, but because they
Okay.
lost, they had to win the extra game. So then they
Okay.
were seeded 8.
I got you. Okay.
Because
Yeah,
I
but
remember they were like the Knicks when the Knicks went with San Antonio when they were an 8 seed, and that's why I remember I'm like, Miami is just they were a playing team and they were seeded 7 and then they lost. I think they lost to Atlanta if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so I mean, I look at it like Spoelstra done been on both sides of it. He's been on talented teams and he's been on untalented teams. He's been on both sides. He's been on the bad teams and the good teams. That's how I look at it. Whereas Kerr's only been on the good teams. That's it. That's that one stop.
mm,
The Nuggets have 6 final appearances,
He said
he's
he
got 6 finals appearances.
and
The
he says the
Nuggets too.
Nuggets too.
the
So that's what
Nuggets.
I'm saying. The Nuggets don't. If I'm reading that correctly, he's saying Spoelstra has 6 appearances, finals appearances, and the Nuggets also too.
No, I think he's saying
No,
he was a part of the Nuggets on a
Yeah,
finals team. I'm thinking.
who?
the Nuggets.
I
Oh wait, he's
I
got
don't
6
know.
finals.
Spoelstra has always been with
The
Miami. He
Nuggets only
started.
won. They only went to the finals once, right? The
Yeah,
Nuggets
the Nuggets.
Yeah,
when they won with Jokic.
Mm,
I don't know, but anyway, let's keep it moving, man. So, yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there about Kerr, but let's take a look at some of the top teams in college basketball.
I'm saying
Mm.
6 final appearances. The one
Basketball.
forgetting was the year. Okay, against the Nuggets. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I got you. He's been there 6 times. That one he lost, last one he lost was against the Nuggets.
That's the one with Butler and them took him to
Mhm.
the finals, right? Okay.
Okay. Big Pat, what's good
Big
with you, bro?
Pat.
Hey, what's going on, man? Just had to come in and check in with you guys real quick. You guys went live.
What's good, bro? What's good?
What's up, Pat?
Yeah,
Hey,
we
nothing
want
trying to upload this video for this training camp.
Yeah,
Yeah,
talking
we
some
gonna
little
do
hardwood b-ball right now.
some college basketball. You know what I'm saying? Because
I'll
college
be on the
basketball.
greatest coaches in the NBA, man. That's once you start talking coaches, you gonna have me locked in.
Pat. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Pat this, because he came in late. So we'll get his answer, then we'll switch over to college basketball. Where do you have Steve Kerr as an all-time great coach? And if so, where does he rank in basketball?
All-time great coach.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Steve Kerr. Just think about it for a second.
So
Because
you're putting
you
him up
got
there.
Red Auerbach, you got guys
Yeah.
like Pat Riley,
Yeah, you got
Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson. You got
Greg Popovich.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about all that. Cause
Would
He
you
does
him in
have
the top
4
10?
championships, though. He does have 4 rings.
yeah, Lenny Wilkins.
I forgot about Lenny Wilkins too.
Yeah,
Damn.
Lenny Wilkins was nice.
But Wilkins had, wait a minute, how many rings? I mean, how many championships as a coach? He only has one as a coach.
I think he only has one as a coach.
He has one as a coach, one as a player. That's why we're saying as a coach, all-time great as a coach.
As a coach.
Yeah, just as a coach.
Considering the rings,
She got Bill Russell got some rings too as a player and a coach.
I think Bill Russell got two. Yeah, I think he has two. I think he has 9 as a player,
and then Coach said, who you said, Chuck Daly. Remember, he got the 2 with the Pistons.
Chuck Daly with the Pistons.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say this: if you're gonna base it off championships, yes, you have to put him up there. But as far as a coach, all those dudes are levels above him as a coach. Because to be honest with you, he had a squad. They coach themselves out there. To be honest with you,
they all have squads.
Yeah,
Red Auerbach,
look. But those guys build their team. Those guys build their team, though.
Give me like 2 minutes to talk with Coach real quick. Go to the next subject. Not trying to take over your show, big dog.
Nah, go ahead, man. This is good stuff. Y'all hit that like button.
Yeah, pull him.
Compare him to Popovich.
No. I'm not even going to do that.
I'm just going coaching styles. Just coaching styles.
Okay.
I'm not saying is he better. I'm just talking about coaching styles. When you put Popovich and Kerr on the court together, who you think is going to be the better coach as far as coaching his team?
And is talent equal across the board? Then I'm going Popovich.
With Popovich's teams and the Kerr's teams, let's just compare teams. I think those Spurs teams can beat those Warriors teams.
Exactly. No, I agree with that. No, I fully agree with that. Even in today's era, because they have the inside and the outside. They also that Spurs team can also play great defense. Not saying that the Warriors don't, because they do, but not at an elite level compared to those Spurs teams.
Okay,
so I'm with you there.
Those Phil Jackson Bulls and Lakers teams. I think both those teams can punish the Warriors in the 7-game series. Because when you definitely the Bulls, I think they.
What about Larry Brown and the Pistons?
I mean, Larry Brown was a hell of a coach, and he did it with those Pistons teams without.
He only won one though with the Pistons. He only won one. That's what hurts him, because he had some great teams. Because think about that Sixers team where they lost to the Lakers with AI, and I'm not saying Larry Brown wasn't a good coach. He definitely was, but I have a heart.
All in all, not to get too deep into it.
What about Rudy Tomjanovich with the Rockets?
Rudy Tom's a good coach too.
I'll take Kerr over Rudy. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna do that. I'm sorry. See, no. See, what y'all are doing is you're looking at the talent. You said coaching. Now I'm talking about Rudy Tomjanovich. You had some games where you're questioning, like, what the fuck are you doing?
Nah, not really, bro.
When you was looking back in the day with those Rockets teams, yes, Rudy Tom, no. But I'll tell you a coach that didn't get a championship that's better than Kerr, and that's Jerry Sloan with the Jazz.
True. Fair. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Right. That's I'm not gonna argue that.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah. As far as an all-time great coach, you have to put him in there because of the rings. But he played in an era where it was dominated by shooting. And he had 3 of the best shooters of all time on his team, of all time. So, yes, Kerr. Yes, you have to give Kerr his props because he had to be the coach of those teams. But as far as all-time great with the all-time greats, out of 10, I probably put him at 9.
Well, see, that's the thing. I said he's in the top 10.
Yeah,
so
the coach said top 10.
I did say top 10. I'm not putting him in the top 5
20 because he got 4 rings. I can't put him in the top 5.
No, I'm not putting him in the top 5.
Right.
And if I really want to get into just all-time great coaches, he probably wouldn't even make my top list if it wasn't for those 4 rings.
Right.
That's fair.
Larry Brown was a better coach than me. Lenny Wilkins was a better coach than me. Jerry Sloan
I got to put Don Nelson. I have to put Don Nelson.
Don Nelson was a better coach than him. Hey, the dude for the Mavericks right now, before he got when he was with Dirk.
What's the name?
Rick Carlisle.
Rick Carlisle.
Yeah, with Indiana. Yeah, that's true.
I think Rick Carlisle's a better coach. To be honest with you, I think Tom Thibodeau's a better coach.
Yeah, he is. I'm gonna say this because after that season that the Golden State Warriors had, when they had that bad season, it looked like Kerr quit on the team. Within that one season, he really didn't come. He really didn't coach that year when they was decimated. And if they had another year like that, 2 more years like that, he'd probably quit or get fired. And that shows me, like, coach, he doesn't elevate his players. He's put in great situations. He don't elevate them guys.
Was that a matter of he didn't coach, or did they, as an organization, decide to, in a sense, tank?
For James Wiseman,
at the time he was considered.
Yeah, but what I'm saying as a coach though is like this is why I want you to show me your mettle as a coach.
True,
you know,
I agree with you.
That's all I'm saying. And my whole thing is all these other coaches, like, they started from kind of like the bottom and built these teams up. They wasn't given great teams from the onset. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. I want to see what you can do as a coach before you can. You know what I'm saying? That's almost like the Nick Sirianni thing with the Eagles. He's given a great team. He didn't come at the bottom, and that's my problem.
Riley was given the team. Riley took over for Paul Westhead.
He took over from Paul Westhead,
and he had a team, and they were saying that Westhead was going to lead them to the championship. That's why they gave it to Riley, which is exactly what he did. So Riley was given the team.
Well, he was given the team, but then he came over to the Knicks, and he had to get that one. He had to get them straight too. You know what I'm saying? And he had to go.
I'm not. Yeah, I agree. He's a good coach. He's an elite coach, Riles. I fully agree with that. You know, I'm just saying that he was given a team that was laced with talent. So it's, you know, if you're going to make that argument for Kerr, then you have to make the same argument for Pat Riley, to be honest. Now, Riley has a longer career, and he went to 2 other places. So, you know, you know, Riley's just different because he's a player, a coach, as well as an executive. So he's at 3 levels.
I tell you this too, with Popovich, Parker and Ginobili weren't high picks. They weren't even considered to be greats. He coached them into being greats. Now Tim Duncan, yes,
Tim Duncan, David Robinson,
Tim Duncan was blue chip from the jump. But to be honest with you, it was Tim Duncan, and then he had a bunch of guys that came in and made plays like Avery Johnson and Sean Elliott, guys like that. Like what was the one of the ugliest dudes in the NBA? I forgot that dude's name.
Isn't that Avery Johnson, the little roach?
Avery, yeah. Kevin Willis.
Yeah, Kevin Willis.
Kevin Willis,
he had guys like that playing.
He left Atlanta
like that playing prominent roles with that team. So I think Popovich should be up there top 3, to be honest with you.
Pops up there, man. Pops up there.
But you got to give it to Kerr because of the championships. But other than that, I don't know. But you can't disrespect him and not put him up there because
you have Red Auerbach. Oh, damn. We forgot what you call it with the Knicks, though, in the 70s.
Oh, you talking about Red Holzman?
Yes.
Red Holzman.
I forgot about him, too.
But I mean, that's a good ass subject, NYG.
Yeah, who came up with that? Was that Nick? That was Nick in the chat that came up with that question. Great question, bro.
Yeah, Nick made a comment, man. But yeah, I just want to throw that out there, man, because again, he is coaching the Olympic team. He was picked to be the coach of representative of this country, so. Again, you know, I don't know, and you know, then some people are questioning his coaching decisions. I don't. I mean, I think it's basketball, man. I think he has to use the roster as fit because I mean, you do have a roster of, you know, all-star players. You can't play all of them every night.
And one more thing, NYG, before I leave that subject. Remember that team was built with Mark Jackson.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's what Cave was saying.
And he inherited that team. Not like he drafted those guys and then he coached them into being. No, those dudes were already balling like that before he got there. And then they brought, I don't know, maybe he was the guy to take them over a hump. It's like the same thing with Gruden and what's my guy? It's not Tony
Dungy.
Tony Dungy.
Was that Gruden's doing, or was that Tony Dungy that built that team? But something Gruden did with that team that put them over the hump. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is. With those other guys, man, it's just it's with them. It's like they created them teams and they went on. I don't know. You can say the same thing with Phil. Well, Phil Jackson and the Bulls, he brought a whole
RC was good, bro.
So he brought the whole triangle system to the Bulls, him and Tex Winter.
Yeah, right.
You can't say that about Phil Jackson because what's the dude's name? Collins? Before he got there,
Doug Collins.
Yeah, Doug.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, Michael Jordan was going like 50 points every game.
And everything. Yeah, that was a whole different mindset and everything.
Right.
So I don't know. That's a very touchy and great subject.
Yeah, man.
Facts.
It's a great subject.
Man. But let's get into college basketball. So these are the way too early rankings by ESPN. We just use these sites as reference, y'all. I'm not subscribed to none of this stuff right here, but so they got the Kansas City Jayhawks as the number one, previous ranking number one. Of course, Bill Self and company trying to get back to a national championship. So they're number one.
I think Hunter Dickinson is still there, man. That dude been 8 years in college. Hunter Dickinson, he getting that nil deal.
That's what a lot of them are doing, man. You know,
right.
Armando Bacot from Carolina. He was. It's like
I think they're in a super senior era. So this, I think this is the last year for that.
The whole CV year. But Alabama number 2. You got UConn, of course. Everybody know about UConn. Back to back. You know, trying to repeat. And Hurley turning down the Lakers job. Funny. But got Houston. Interesting. Gonzaga, Baylor, Iowa
State.
The cycle.
Iowa State, my bad. But Duke, number 8. There you go. It's your boy Cooper Flag.
Oh man.
Number 1 recruit.
Cooper Flag, that dude, boy.
I think there's a better dude than him, but we'll get there. So we got Arizona, number 9. Arizona's always a good team, sneaky team.
Caleb Love, another one still there too. Caleb Love.
There go my Tar Heels coming in at number 10. RJ Davis back again for another one. But that definitely helps us score. Ian Jackson, watch out for him. Auburn, Texas A&M, Tennessee, Arkansas, Creighton, Purdue, post-Sac Edey era.
In post-Sac, they dropped 15 spots.
Marquette, Indiana. Indiana's always around there too. I don't know how.
Yeah, for real, they always around, bro.
Oh, coach, they got your boy from Jersey on there, Mackenzie Mbako.
Okay.
Yeah, Indiana.
But Cincinnati, Ole Miss, Florida.
My Gators are always there too. We just mess up in the tournament every year.
Florida's a pesky team. Texas, Kentucky. Wow, Kentucky. Usually up there in the top.
Yeah, they lost some recruits with Calipari.
Yeah, with Calipari. So
yep. Calipari took all his recruits.
UCLA and Rutgers.
Just Scarlet Knights. The Scarlet Knights.
25. With
chugging up along.
But the starting lineup is wrong. I can tell you that
Ace
much.
Bailey.
The starting lineup is wrong. Jordan DeCack is not starting. There's no way Jordan DeCack is starting. Good defensive player coming from Merrimack, but if you watch his film, a lot of the stuff. Now, look, he's an elite defender, got a lot of steals, and then got breakaways. That's how he was averaging 17 points. But he has no offensive game. He has none. So he has to develop that. He has to be more consistent. So for them to, I forgot who would I put in this starting lineup? I forgot I had it. It's either going to be Acuff, who they brought over from Eastern Michigan, the number 8 scorer in the country.
Acuff. Yeah.
And Agboli. Agboli might start at center because he's a 6'11", but he's still developing. They brought him over from JUCO last year. Because right here with this, you have no size. Because Harper's 6'7", Jay Will is 6'4", Jordan is 6'5", Ace is 6'10", 6'11", and Martini is 6'7", 6'8". So you wouldn't have any size over that. But Agboli is, I think he's like 6'10", 6'11", and about 270, 280. So that's one. Or if you go Acuff, if you want to do that, Acuff is a volume scorer. He's not, So I think they're putting DeCack over there because of his defense and because it's Pikel. Pikel definitely does play good defense.
Yeah, well, this is a way too early ranking from ESPN, so can't take too much into it, man. But obviously, man, the topic here is Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey. Now, Ace Bailey, when you talked about Cooper Flag, Pat, this kid Ace Bailey.
Oh yeah, Ace Bailey is the truth too.
He's better than Cooper Flag. He's that dude. And I am hoping and wishing that the Brooklyn
what team
Nets
did he go to?
Can get him next
year.
He's
on Rutgers.
He's on Rutgers. That's what we're looking at.
Rutgers.
They got Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper, who was number
Harper
4.
was number 3. Well, yeah.
3. Well, they got it confused. I don't know why they put 3 here and 4 here, but
they just do the rankings and then
but they were basically back to back, these two. So Rutgers got the top 2 of the top 5 in the country.
That number 4 is the ESPN Top 100. The number 3 was where their potential draft spot.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Yeah, the number 2 and 3 players in 100 respectively.
Well, right here it says 2 and 3 and players in ESPN 100, and then right here it says 4 in ESPN 100, and then 2 in ESPN
that does
100.
seem confusing. Because there's supposed to be 2 or 3 in the draft. Maybe that's what he meant. So, like you said, don't take too much into it. I don't care.
Yeah, man. But so I just want to run that down, man, real quick for you guys.
Hell no, Nembhard. Hell no.
Trae Young. What the hell? The Knicks are fine. The Knicks got everything they need.
Nembhard. No, stop it.
What's good, bro?
Nembhard just he wants the ratings. He wants the ratings. He does what he wants.
No.
I'm talking about ratings on this thing right now. That's what he wants.
Man, Nembhard starting some shit, ain't he?
Yo, you gotta give Nembhard a wrench. You guys get a wrench, right?
That was Trae Young. Hell no.
Hell no.
I'll take Brunson over Trae Young right now.
Trae Young, I mean,
absolutely, I'm taking Brunson over Trae Young. Trae Young is, man.
I mean, he's a good player, but he's not that dude that's gonna take you to a championship. I'm sorry.
But yeah, as far as the college basketball, like I said, the one guy that everybody keeps overlooking and keeps forgetting about, the freshman, is a dude from Baylor, and then some of VJ Edgecombe. That dude is nice. He reminds me of like Jimmy Butler, like a type of player like that. He's nice. He's more athletic and stuff like that. But he's going to be a top 5 pick, a top 3 pick if he plays for Baylor. He's a freshman. But VJ Edgecombe, his name is always get left out. He played with Cayenne Anthony at Long Island Lutheran.
Oh, he's number 3.
Yeah. VJ Edgecombe.
Yeah, everybody keeps forgetting about him. You know what I'm saying? They say his names and stuff, but he's nice.
Peace, fellas.
Jeremy Roach went over there from Duke.
Yep. Yeah, he got that nil deal.
Oh,
He
shoot.
got that nil deal, bro.
What's up, gentlemen? Everybody good?
E, what's good? E,
Yo,
what's
many,
good,
many,
bro?
many blessings, man. Enjoying the tail end of my weekend, my last couple of days in Vegas, business wise, and then I come back out here for the personals. But
E,
I
that's
heard,
you?
yes, sir.
I thought that was Anderson Hunt. You got that UNLV all down, like.
Now, first of all, you're gonna have some respect, okay? And let's get that out there. Anderson Hunt was the least of the players that we gonna get. First of all, let's get 30 seconds and get this man in the light pause for a minute and let him know who's who in this world. All right. Now that we got the light on, you better respect who this is, brother.
Number 4.
You see who that is? Yeah. Yeah, the one and only, brother. The one and only, and I'm wearing it well too. We ain't got to tell you. I know already. Thank you, brother. Now, but you got to be a definite historian of basketball to know the Tarkanian era and to say the name Anderson Hunt, who was the least heralded out of those guys who had possibly the most talent, but it never translated to the league. You know what you're talking about, bro.
You got the towel? You chewing on the towel?
Yeah, I did. Right here.
There you go. Hard.
E,
right there. What's up, baby?
What's your thoughts on VJ Eskrim going to Baylor?
You want my true thoughts?
Yeah, what's your thoughts? What you think about the player? That's who we was just
I think
talking about.
Now, are we talking about skill set or level at this moment? I just want to make sure I come into the right conversation.
Well, the thing was, Cave brought up that a lot of people forgetting about this kid, man, because we're talking about, Ace Bailey, Dylan Harper, of course, with Baylor, and then Cooper Flag with Duke. Where does this kid fit in? So kind of give me your analysis on him, if you don't mind.
I think that he is going to be he's an Wnba kid. If we want to look at his base, he's an Wnba kid. He has all the measurables already for his age, right? For what he does on the court. I think he has to be more of a consistent defensive player, right? The speed of the game is going to definitely test him when he gets to whatever level, which is next, right? He's not gonna play in a conference that really is gonna test him defensively until if they make it to the NCAA tournament, because then he's gonna be playing the best of the best in a one and done situation, which will allow the pressure also to show what he is under that type of microscope. So my thoughts, just to break it down really quick and not be too long-winded, is I think he is going to be a great player, but he could go wrong in two areas. If he doesn't pick it up defensively, he's going to be looked at as a turnstile. But can he also pick up the tutelage? I think he's a kid that's coachable, and that if he gets under the right senseis, he'll be fine.
Okay. So to kind of move it along here, we're talking about some of the top teams in college basketball. Who are some of the players you guys are looking out for this season? If you have a favorite team, you can shout out the favorite player on your favorite team, or if you've been, you kind of like us, we kind of scout and kind of look a little bit deeper, give me some of your players that you guys are looking out for this season.
You already know with me who I'm looking
for. I know who's going. He was going off.
Nah, whoever. Y'all
okay. I'm just listening.
I just threw it out there.
You know not to ask me. You know who I'm going to say. So it doesn't really matter. It's y'all take it from there.
Okay.
Because I'm just going to sit here and talk records. No, I'll say this. In all fairness, I want to see what Cliff is going to do with Alabama. You know, you left Rutgers, you left for the money, and you left for the prime time, and I get it. And you look at Alabama because you figure it may also help your draft status. You know, he's going to have to improve his scoring. Where, let me see what you're going to do. Personally speaking, I do think he made a mistake because he had the talent around him that would have opened the floor for him and allowed him to eat. But okay, you went to Alabama. I want to see what he's going to do at Alabama over there and playing in the SEC and playing for the number 2 ranked team, because now the target is on your back, as opposed to playing at Rutgers where, you know, everybody's going to say, oh, it's Rutgers. You know, let's see.
Yeah.
But you know these kids is all about that money too, man. That's what it's mainly about. They moving around because of that money situation, man. It's not so much they want to leave a school. That's what the main thing is.
I mean, and who's to fault them for that? You know what I'm saying? So, but again, you know what I'm saying? Right. This is what we talking about, man. You know, because look, these companies and these leagues and so on and so forth, man, they make money beyond money that you guys don't even know that they make.
Right.
And, you know, to not let a kid, you know, especially kids coming from poverty areas, get a smidget of the pie is disrespectful when you're making so much money off that. If you were just legitimately, like honestly, just going out there, just playing sports, you know, kind of like in a little league or rec league situation, okay, you know, there's no need for that. But at that level, of course, you have to do that. And now, you know, it's gonna take things to another level. And you know, a lot of these older minded coaches and things like that, they're not feeling that, man, because it's changing the way they recruit and the way they do things. And you know, a lot of people are reluctant to change. So that's some of the stuff that we talk about, man. But I'm looking, of course, for Ian Jackson, Carolina. I think he's gonna be solid for Carolina. Of course, Ace Bailey. And I mean, Man-Cave, you're a Cooper Flag fan.
Yeah, I'm a Duke fan. So you know, I don't know about the Cooper Flag. I'm not really, you know, want to see Cooper Flag because you know, you don't see him a lot. But the guys I'm really trying to look at is the guy who played for South Sudan in the Olympics right now was Cayman Malyuk, the center, the 7-foot dude. That's the guy I want to see at Duke, see how he plays and stuff like that. And also Isaiah Evans, 6'8", small forward from North Carolina. You know, he's almost in the mold of like a Brandon Ingram type body style. You know, so I want to see how he's going to play this year at Duke. Those are guys that I'm going to be looking forward to and stuff like that.
I don't want to interrupt anybody. Really quick, you guys are going to be on for a while, right?
Yeah. I usually wrap this show up around an hour-ish, and we're right at the hour 10-ish mark. So we got about one more subject to get into, and then I'm going to wrap up. Yeah.
You guys can hear me?
Yeah. We
okay. Now, yeah, because I'm walking through the resort. So you.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, just tap in if you can later, bro. If not, you already know what it is. Just hit my line. Yeah, I think he froze up.
He froze. Yeah, he walking through the thing. It's all good.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you good.
Okay. Yeah. You guys are going to be here for a
while. No. Actually, I'm going to wrap up here in about 15 minutes. Lost him again.
Yeah, he's going in and out.
All right. Well, we'll get back to E, but so Cave.
Apologies. Can you apologies, you guys can hear me?
Yeah, we got you again.
Okay. Okay, so you guys, I was asking, you guys are going to be here for a while, right?
And I was saying, no, we're not. Actually, I'm gonna wrap up here in a minute.
I'm upset at you, but I'll express that off air. I'll express that off air. But listen, thanks for letting me just chime in for the little bit of time that we did have. I'm running around right now. You already know why, NYG. I just got a great call, so we'll talk. Man-Cave, I love you, brother. It's so good to see you doing your thing. You look good over there, King. And Coach, whatever. I love you, brother.
I love for you too, bro.
You know it.
All right, E.
Yeah.
Yo, but so that's that. What else did I have here?
Yeah, WNBA second half.
WNBA. Now, where's my banner? Right. But so New York Liberty 21-4. Connecticut Sun 18-6. Lynx 17-8. Seattle Storm 17-8. Vegas 16-8. Phoenix 13-12. The Fever 11-15. Chicago 10-14. Atlanta 7-17. The Sparks 6-18. Mystics 6-19, and the Dallas Wings 6-19. So, looking at the second half, which I think they still got another week left of a break.
Yeah. I think they come back on the 15th.
Maybe like 10 days, something like that.
The 15th.
Well,
the
yeah,
15th.
2 weeks. Okay, so 2 weeks, pretty much. It look, the Liberty got to get this thing done, man. They looking like the Buffalo Bills right now, going to all these finals and not winning the chip, and that's the team I'm putting the most pressure on. So that's kind of my question to you guys: which team has the most pressure going into the second half of the season? I'm saying the Liberty. That's my team. That's Coach's team.
That's my team.
They are the team that it has been to the finals. I think they've been to the finals 5 times.
Just recently, just now, but before in the past, they were like
in their history.
In their history, but early on in the they did, but
5 times.
But this is the best team that they've had.
The best team that they've had. So again, the pressure is on the Liberty, I think, and I think this is the time for them to get it done, man, because you got a lot of talent coming into the WNBA, and if Caitlin Clark and all of them start getting some talent around them, and Angel Reese and all these girls, and you're gonna have a time. You know what I'm saying? I know we got Sabrina, but.
All right.
And Stewie, you know what I'm saying? I mean, she's in her prime, but, she's going to be aging out soon. I mean, this is the prime opportunity. It's the prime opportunity for the Liberty to get it done.
Right.
Get it done, ladies. Get it done.
Yeah.
But, Coach, Cave, what's you guys is, Pat, if you got any comments on the subject, what's your guys is, outlook for the WNBA second half, and who has the most pressure to in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that's just you putting the nail on the head and hit it in the head, man. That's the easiest one. It's the Liberty, man. Our team, like I said, this is our time right now. Let's go ahead, let's wrap it up and get this thing done, man. Let's get this championship this season. Last year we was right there, we was that close, but hey, this year I think we could do it, man. I mean, it kind of sucks. Like the Liberty, actually, if you really look at it, one of the top guards that they picked, her career was over within less than a year. Asia Durr, because if Asia Durr would have been really healthy and on point, I mean, that would have been a sick backcourt with her and Sabrina. But Asia Durr never really, got sick, and then, COVID thing and all that stuff, and it was all out the door. But like I said, this is our opportunity right here to win it. I mean, the Aces already already won championships. Let's go on and get this championship, like you said, because, hey, from here on in, the competition is going to get even better and better. We got girls coming out of college and stuff like that. And, we all know the more you win, you're at the bottom of the draft, so you ain't going to get those type of players, you know what I'm saying? So we got to take advantage of it. Let's get it done. Bring it home. But, yeah, the Liberty has the most pressure to me to try to finally win this first championship for the organization.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Coach, you follow the league real closely. What's your thoughts on who has the most pressure going into the second half of the season?
It's going to be different reasons for different pressures. I mean, of course, the Liberty and the Sun to get their first WNBA championship.
Okay.
But it's also the Las Vegas Aces. The Las Vegas Aces they're trying to do something that no other team in WNBA history has ever done and win 3 in a row. That's what they're trying to do. So that's also that there's pressure for that. So, and they want to make histories, and that's going to stamp and solidify themselves as, probably the best dynasty in the WNBA. So, because right now, you can always make the argument it's the Houston Comets, who are now defunct, and I wish they never were. They should have been.
I know.
But yeah, the Liberty, of course, to get their first one, being there so many times, being the last original team to not win have won a championship. Yeah, you can make your argument is so valid. Same thing with Connecticut. They've never won a WNBA championship, and they're considered one of the top teams in the league. So, those two teams have to, they have to get their first one. New York has to maintain their lead. They cannot give up the top spot because that's gonna basically mean that everything comes through New York to get the championship. And that I'm not saying that's an easy championship win, but it puts you in a better position. You'll have the fan support no matter what. So that's why they need to maintain. Right now they're at 25 games. So they have 15 games left, and they're 2.5 in the lead over Connecticut. So, and they're only 4.5 over Vegas over that. So, as you see, the top spot is really there is no major difference with 15 games left in the season. So, so yes, if you want to make the argument, the Liberty to get that first championship, yes, I'm with you. But, same thing with Connecticut, same thing with Vegas for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. As we look at the standings here, of course, let me get it to where y'all can see. All right. But got the Liberty up there, of course, Connecticut, Minnesota. So y'all see the standings, but
the biggest thing is always look at the far right, the last 10. That gives you a great indication where teams lie within the league, because that's what I love.
And I'm looking at this team right here, the Aces. They've been on a hot streak.
Mm-hmm.
They've been on a hot streak.
Aces, Seattle, and New York.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I know it's their rookie seasons, but these two teams right here, they've been kind of, in these two spots, so to speak. I would like to see one of the two teams take a surge. I think they both got good teams. I like Caitlin Clark, of course. I become a fan of Kelsey Mitchell, and of course, got Cardosa and Angel Reese on the sky.
One last thing too, I forgot to add in terms of Connecticut too. The trade, that big trade that they just did with Chicago, that can definitely help push them over. That's another reason why, going to your point about New York, getting Marie Mabry, she's tough. She's gritty, but she can hit the three, which can definitely help open up their offense and allow Alyssa Thomas and Dewana Bonner and even Brianna Jones to definitely live in the paint. Because if you collapse,
Wells, what's good? Wells, appreciate you tapping in, bro.
They can kick the ball out, and what's up, Wells? They can kick the ball out, and you have a deadly 3-point shooter. So, that's another reason why for New York it's now they're playing well as a team, New York. But I mean, will this break hurt them or help them?
Right.
That is a good question, Coach. Will it hurt them or help them?
I mean, you can make the argument for every team. Connecticut has players that are playing in the Olympics. I think every team does. Dallas does, yes, because of Satu. Let me double check. I mean, because you also have international players who Sammy Whitcomb is playing for Seattle along with Jewel Loy. Connecticut. What's the name? Collier's playing with Minnesota. We already know about the Aces. We know about the Mercury. No Fever. Oh, wait a minute. No. Do they have anybody internationally? I think Chicago does. Atlanta doesn't. The Sparks, well, whatchamacallit is playing in the 3-on-3. The Mystics, what's her name, is playing for Belgium. And yeah, so pretty much every team has somebody who's playing in the Olympics. So, but yeah, to the point, I think it's going to hurt initially. It's going to hurt some teams. Now Vegas, because you have so many players and they've been playing together for so long, I don't think it'll hurt them as much. New York, and then also Nyara being hurt for Germany could also hurt New York. When they come back. So I mean, it could hurt New York. It definitely can, bro, and that can be a big concern. That should be a big concern.
Yeah. I don't know. I think having a veteran team, you know what I'm saying? You got Jaquel Jones and Stewie, you know what I'm saying? I think having those veterans, that veteran presence, I think will ultimately help the Liberty down the stretch. Because like you said, all the teams or a lot of the teams are going to be facing the same adversity, as far as the carryover from the Olympics to the season. So, and it's unfortunate that the women have that setup, unlike the men where they play after the season. So I don't know if that's something that.
Yeah, I just realized the Aces and the Liberty have the most players playing in the Olympics. Four players apiece.
Yeah. So I mean, I think it kind of levels the field out, but we're gonna wrap up here. We're gonna wrap up the show. We've been here about going a little over an hour and a half, or close to an hour and a half. So, gonna go around the room, gonna go around the panel, give us your last thoughts, and tell the people what you got going on and where they can find you at for the rest of the week and going into the weekend, as we are getting things revved up here with the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. Appreciate you, Coach. Appreciate you, Cave. And definitely appreciate you, Big Pat, man. But Cave, we'll start with you. What you got going on, bro? Tell the people where they can find you at.
You can find me at TheMan-Cave Podcast on YouTube channel, and also on Twitter. You can find me at TheMan-Cave_SGod on Twitter. And like I said, tomorrow I'm thinking I'm doing a live stream tomorrow, 11:15. I'm doing that Olympic game with the USA and Puerto Rico tomorrow morning. So you guys in the chat and panels, like, so you guys could tap on in there and stuff like that. I'll be on there live doing that game and stuff like that, because I got some other things to do later on, that day, Saturday. But yeah, I definitely gonna do the live stream for the Olympic game, USA versus Puerto Rico. Because they be coming on all different hours and stuff. So I was finally able to catch them on the game tomorrow. Do that tomorrow. I don't know what you guys are. What I'm saying, you have to tap in if you up whatever you're doing.
For sure, most definitely.
So I'll be there tomorrow, 11:15, doing that game, and then Sunday, what I'm saying, Giants conversation with you guys at 11:45 in the morning or 12 noon.
Coach, what you got going on, Coach? Coach is locked in, man. What's going on, man? Give us an update, man. What's happening, man?
I actually turned off. I actually turned off the baseball game. I just
Don't
talk about it.
You turned it off.
No. I get reminders of certain shows. I'm old school. Hogan's Hero. I mean, I'm just like, my dad got me hooked on that as a kid, so that was his favorite show. So, but tomorrow, 2:00, I have halftime coaching adjustment show with me in Philly halftime. I know we said Lou's going to be on, but unfortunately Lou can't be there, so we'll support him in everything that he's doing. So we'll get him on another show. Sunday, rocking with you, and I'm probably going to cover the women's game at 3:00 on Sunday against Germany, because that's going to be a bit. Is this 3? No. Wait a minute.
I think it's 3:00. I think you're talking about Germany, USA women's.
No, I think it's at 11:15.
It is 11:15 on Sunday. It's 11:15 on Sunday. Germany and USA.
All right. Nah, I'm not gonna do it. But it is what it is. And then next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I always do the Read and Attack Sports Show live, but one of those days I'm probably going to roll out doing it for the R, so I haven't decided as yet. So, but it's coming out next week. Tuesday, Heart of the City. Wednesday, Pick and Roll Podcast. Thursday, Full Court Press. And Friday, another episode with the BlackTop.
Yeah. Coach got a full schedule, man.
Oh yeah, and I was gonna say on Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm probably gonna do the Giants recap, training camp and stuff like that, training camp news, and I think they're gonna be doing joint practice, right? Yeah, they're gonna be doing joint practice with the Lions.
Yeah,
so I'll just cover
coming
that
up
too.
this week. It's gonna be joint practices.
So that'd be either Tuesday or Wednesdays, and I'll definitely put it on there.
But so Pat, what's good? You there, bro? Tell the people where they can find you at.
I think Pat took a break.
I forgot to do that. Yeah, I'm on here with Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports. Twitter is SkyspOppa72, SKYSPOPPA 72. Instagram is Don't Sweat the Technique. Yeah, just like I said, like Rockham, Don't Sweat the Technique.
Right.
But it's not it's the DA. And on TikTok, it's Ed Gladney, at Ed Gladney, EDD Gladney.
Yeah, and also everybody, please hit that like and subscribe button. Also share it on all your social media platforms. Go subscribe to everybody's channel. Coach Ed's Amazing World of Sports, Unpopular Opinion Sports, Big Pat Sports Talk, G Nation, Big Lou. Goes Wales to New Jersey. Go to his channel. Mac the Giant, Miz in the Midday, Big Blue in the Bronx, Knicks Cast. And everybody on the Big Blue crew, just go subscribe to everybody's channel, man. Bring you great content as always.
Yup, you already know. Links are in the description, and you can catch me, Giants Conversation, Sunday. You already know what it is. We talking all New York Giants getting in the training camp. Football season is ramping up, but you already know we can't forget about Heart of the City. All New York City area sports. Knicks, Nets, Giants, Jets, Mets, Yankees, Islanders, Rutgers, Syracuse, Liberty. We getting into all of that, man. Check us out. Heart of the City, 8:30 p.m. Tuesday night. And of course, Friday night, BlackTop Podcast. And I got a new show, Words in Sports. I don't know if y'all checked that out.
I did.
It is a breakdown of words. And if you into some knowledge and you into some a little bit of outside the box critical thinking, whatever you want to call it, tap into that show. I'm going to be dropping those throughout the week, during the season as we move along here. So check that out. And of course, catch me wherever you catch the Big Blue Crew, Cave, Coach, Pat, Lou, you know what I'm saying? We got Leather to the Face. We got New York Giants Full Access. We got the Man-Cave Podcast. We got Read and Attack. You know what I'm saying? So we got all those great shows coming out for you. Of course, don't forget about Big Blue in the Bronx dropping shows. Mac the Giants fan and Wells to New Jersey and the rest of the Big Blue crew. And that's all I got, man, fellas, man.
No, tomorrow, Leather to the Face, I think it's at 6 o'clock.
Big fight, right?
Leather to the Face, yeah.
He said 6 o'clock, Yeah, he said Lou said there's and all the undercards are going to be big fights. So it's not just the I think the Crawford fight. He said all of them. He said all the undercards are going to be good fights. So 6 o'clock on G Nation or with Wales to New Jersey, Big Pat, NYG. They'll definitely be there rocking, giving you that good stuff with Leather to the Face.
Absolutely, man. That's always fire, man. That's always fire. And check out Wells. Check out Wells to New Jersey, man. Dropping his UFC fight predictions, man. He's been on point, just like Lou. So you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Wells, man, and shout out to the rest of the Big Blue crew. But that's all I got, man. That's all I got. Until next time, till next Friday, y'all. We'll see y'all, man. Y'all have a good weekend. We out of here. Peace.
Peace.